Hi, friends. It's Joni with Three Feathers Spiritual Wisdom, here with your weekly message from Spirit for the week of August 22nd through the 28th. We are almost done August. The year is flying by. We've got another powerful message this week. I've done something a little different, though. I've asked Spirit for clarification cards. I'm using my Distant Past Tarot deck for the main message, and then for the cards that you get to pick, either card A, B, or C, I am using Denise Linn's Native Spirit Oracle cards. So you get to tap into your intuition and see if you want message A, B, or C this week. For those of you who follow me regularly or watch these videos regularly for your message, the first card that came out for this week's message is the same as last week's message, the world. We are at a point, personally, individually, and collectively, we are at the close of one phase and at the opening of another. Now, this completion point is full. We've done so much. We have learned so much. The clarifying card. Now, this is a major arcana card, and I should warn you that almost all the cards are major arcana cards. This means that the energy is extremely powerful this week, as it has been for several weeks now. The clarifier that I asked for was the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man, as you can see, he is hanging upside down, but he's there of his own volition. He is looking at things from a different perspective. And that is what we've come to. We've come to a conclusion of a cycle where we have learned a lot. We have experienced a lot. We have had many lessons. And we are seeing things from a different perspective. This card also, see, his head is right here, and what's around his head is this golden light. Because he sees things differently, he is awakening his own spirit. He's beginning that spiritual ascension or spiritual journey. Maybe he's just beginning on a spiritual journey, or he's been struggling for a while, and he finally gets the aha moment. Okay, so this is about we've completed something and we've really learned something from it, and we're getting this like I'm seeing things that I really needed to see, and I need to look at. I've looked at things from both sides now. I'm getting that. Is that a? I think that's a Joni Mitchell song. Anyway, that's coming into my head. I'm hearing some of that music. So that's the first. That's the first card, first message. The second card is the Hierophant. And now this guy looks familiar. This definitely is the Jesus Christ, the master teacher. The Hierophant usually signals or represents the teacher. Also tradition, and can represent um, traditional institutions like higher education, schools, governments, corporations. I'm not feeling corporations from this. I felt it more government and other institutions. That there's also a change for them coming. And I know this because the clarifying card that I asked for was one that came out in last week's message. And it is the death card, basically. In this deck, it's called Transition. It is, again, going from one phase to the next phase, going from one room through the archway into the next phase. And this is more of, this feels very collective to me, more so than this. This can be your realizing that things are changing and you need to see things from a different perspective. But this feels like, to me, the collective, our culture, our society, our governments, our institutions are also undergoing change. Because as we change, we will demand that they change. Okay? So that's happening. The third major arcana card that came out was Judgment. Now, judgment, I want to be clear, is not about, oh, I'm judging you and you're bad or you're good. That's not what this is. Judgment is about the call. The judgment time, okay, was Angel Gabriel, who is here, and I don't know if you can see the details, but he's blowing this long horn. And what's happening below him that you don't see is that we're all rising up. We're all rising up and answering the call of his horn. And this was the rise of the dead. So sometimes this card means something that from the past comes back to us. And that could be part of what happens this week for you. Something from the past comes back. It could be a memory, could be a person, it could be an opportunity, it could be a situation. It comes back. But the other major message from this is that we all get our call to serve. We're going through this awakening. We're going through this next phase. Our world is changing and going through the next phase. And we're being called to serve, to help create a better world and to change it. The reason why I say this is because the clarifying cards that came out, there were two of them. One was the Page of Coins, and the other was the Three of Coins. And the Page of Coins is the start. Now, the coins is the suit of the earth, of the material. And it doesn't have to be necessarily money, okay? But it's the stuff that we see around us, our homes, our work, our lives, our clubs, our friendships, our communities, our networks, our physical possessions that we have. So what I feel is the page is about new, and the three is about collaboration. That we have to work together. We're being called to create this new world. And it is very much energetically there, but we have to be working together to do it, to create a better world, to help our systems and our society transition into something much more compassionate. And I think it is more compassionate because Jesus Christ is here. And if you really study his teachings, it is about accepting everyone and loving. It's about love and compassion. So you've got these opportunities. And I have to say that and I said this to a friend of mine yesterday, I've been seeing a lot of people transitioning either to new jobs or retirement or new homes. People are moving out of their old home, moving into new home. People are considering these things. There's a lot of movement in our society right now. People doing new jobs where they can work from home because they like working from home now. They've experienced it. They're seeing things from a different perspective, and they're seeing that their life can be better. So the endings become the new beginnings. Powerful message, people. Powerful, powerful messages. I I think this is going to be continuing for a long time. You know, it's going to take a while to change our world. But the first world we change is what's going on in our mind and the manifestation right around us immediately. Okay, so are you ready? Have you picked your card? For those of you who pick A, you get Spirit Keeper of the East. Now, the East, what happens in the East is the sun rises. The sun rises on a new day, on a new beginning. So you have great potential here, great opportunities ahead of you. This card also represents the spring, new birth, giving birth to something new, a new idea, a new career, a new business, a new way of living, a new relationship. There's all kinds of potential here. And so this is your message. You are truly beginning again. You feel it, and what you need to do is plant your seeds of intention about what you want in your new beginning, and to nurture those seeds so that they manifest into what it is that you want. Okay? That's the message for those of you who picked A. For those of you who picked B, your card and message is medicine bag. Now, this is about power. The medicine bag represents special items that protect and enhance our power. And when I say power, I don't mean power over someone in an authoritarian way. What I mean is when we feel like we are ourselves, we are our authentic selves, we're not doing what other people expect us to do, we've released those things. It is about we know who we are, we stand tall, we shine, we do our, we answer the call that Gabriel called us to do, and we serve. And the medicine bag protects us and protects that power. Okay, so this might be that you assemble a few things that are very special to you, maybe a special crystal or a special coin or a feather or something that represents you and your authentic self and power in this medicine bag. And it can be a literal one or it can be just a figurative one. But you have power, and you need to protect it. So that's the message for people who picked B. For those of you who picked C, your message is the talking stick. You have something to say. In councils that indigenous tribes used to have, they would pass around this talking stick. And anyone who had the talking stick in their hand, everyone else would be quiet and they would listen to that person. So this is telling me you have something to say. Maybe it's something to say to the people in your life. Maybe it is something to say to the world around you. Maybe you need to speak up. You can't, if you're shy or hesitant, you may have to, release that for the moment. But you have something that you need to say and to communicate to people. And there's many ways to communicate. If you're afraid to stand up in front of a crowd or do a video like this or something, write it out. Post it on a blog, post it on social media, write a story, write a book, Maybe just write it out in your diary. But you have something to say, and it does need to be shared in some way. So that is your message. I would like to thank you all for watching the videos, commenting below, sharing them, liking them. I really appreciate all of you following me and giving me your support. And I'm sending you many blessings and much love for the coming week. And I hope that these messages resonate with you. If they don't, leave them and go on to the next reader. So take care and many blessings. Bye for now.